Hi, good afternoon, Alistair. Yes, that was quite an interesting aspect to this mini budget that's having massive implications for so many families across the country, but also very much in the financial sector as well. And Luke Hildyard joins me now, who is director of the High Pay Centre. So you run a think tank which looks at financial inequality. So what do you think of this scrapping of the bonuses for bankers? I know on the one hand, the optics in a cost of living crisis doesn't look good, but of course the government is going to say that this is going to make it more attractive for foreign investment.
Well, the UK already has the second biggest financial services centre in the world, in London. We have more high-earning bankers in the UK than the rest of Europe put together, and yet median household incomes in the UK are almost the lowest in Western Europe. So we have to be realistic about what a big financial services sector does for ordinary people. This might bring a few more bankers in, but it's going to have negligible impact on the economy overall. And in exchange for that, we are risking going back to the bonus culture of the late 2000s, the late noughties, the early 2010s, when you had things like the financial crisis, LIBOR manipulation, bankers laundering money for Mexican drug cartels, all of which were linked to the big bonuses they were chasing. So is that trade-off a good one? Increased risk of excessive risk-taking in the banking sector in return for a few more bankers who are going to add very little to our overall economic growth and to household incomes in the middle and at the bottom.
Of course, these bonuses, while they may be hard to stomach for someone like you or me, crucially, they will be paying tax on it, and so there will be, the Treasury will be reaping money from that. That is very much, I suppose, the counter-argument to these large bonuses, which may be difficult for us to swallow.
Well, the Treasury will be getting about $2 billion less in bonuses as a result, as a result of the decision to abolish the higher rate of tax. I think, we don't really know sort of how clever these bankers' tax arrangements are, their spending habits. Are they spending them in local businesses, or are they jetting off away every weekend, spending them in high-end stores where the money ultimately accrues elsewhere? I think the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Having this sort of big financial services sector, and the huge number of bankers we've already got hasn't really or hasn't helped median incomes get to a level beyond just about the lowest in Western Europe. So I'd be sort of pretty sceptical about any claims that the amount of tax bankers pay, the amount they're going to spend in the local economy, will mean that this move benefits ordinary people, because I don't think the evidence supports that.
Well, look, thank you so much for speaking to me. I really appreciate it. I mean, it's such an interesting issue, this, of the bankers' bonuses, the cap being scrapped. It's obviously something that's going to have wide-ranging implications, and I think it's fair to say will be something that's not popular with a lot of people, although that is something that the government are very much hoping is going to attract a lot of foreign investment. Luke Hildyard from the High Pay Centre, thank you so much for speaking to us. Really appreciate your time.